All right, we finna get into the external and the internal seasons of your life. Now, we ain't even finna do all that talking. We just finna get on into it. Now, look, you go to the internal to plant the seeds for your life, and you go to the external to get the rewards from the seeds that you plant from the internal. Now, look, you got two different worlds, and you got one world that you in, and that's so look, the middle is just life itself. So that's just you in general. That's you in general. So you got the external world, that's the outer reality, and you got the internal world. Now look, when you gotta trying to get somewhere in your life and things like that, you don't wanna go out and try to go on the external to try to get where you wanna go, because out there it's gonna mislead you and take you on paths and places and things that you don't even need to go on. See, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to go within your own self, and you're supposed to listen to your own self. You're not supposed to listen to no external outside people, places, and things to tell you what you should do with your own life and your own path, because they most likely gonna mislead you and tell you to go do some things that you don't even want to do. That's your real genuine self, or AKA your soul, don't even want to do. So that's why you gotta. But in order for you to even know what type of direction you need to go in, and the answers, you gotta know yourself. If you don't know yourself, then you ain't gonna know how to navigate in the world, and you're gonna be the type of person that's gonna be getting thrown in all types of directions. People gonna make you do a whole lot of shit you don't want to do just because you don't know yourself. And since you don't know yourself, you ain't gonna know how to say no. Damn, shit is deep. Now look. So look, the external people who don't go within don't grow in life. So I'm gonna say it again. External people who don't go within don't grow. People who always focus on the external realm all the time, always worrying about having the latest Jordans, the latest shoes, the latest Gucci belt, and things like that. You may be flexing on everybody and things like that, but really in the whole grand scheme of things, all that don't even matter, bruh. See, it's really about going within yourself and planting seeds, and then so you can start going. I mean, not going and growing in your life to different places and growing into a new and a better person. It's really about becoming the greatest version of you. But we got too many people on the external, people trying to flex on other people. That's when you see it play out. Well, it's a lot of people, they the external, like AKA when you go on Instagram and things like that, the external is that's the external, but really it's a whole lot of, in the internal realm, a whole lot of people is stagnant. People is really failures for real. Like in real life, I'm talking about the real reality. People really is failures for real. Like people not even really growing to anything for real. Like people is staying the same from like middle school all the way to the end of high school. They not growing to anything new. Now look though. Also people who be in the external realm, they get lost into the illusion. And the illusion they get lost into is they have to it's an illusion where they think they have to buy a whole lot of things in order to grow and things like that. But that's a illusion, because the real growing takes place from within yourself, if you get what I'm saying and shit. Now look, this is just a side note. When I be in school, I be having to write all this shit down, and I really like going off my intuition. But when I be in school, I be having to write this shit down. So I hate having to look in the book and look at the camera and shit, because it's so annoying. I really like just to go off the intuition, but I got to do a little bit of logic, and I got to do a little bit of the right brain and shit. So I'm using both brains in this video, if you get what I'm saying. Now look, I know I done throw some people off. Now look though, Now, people who in the external, they who always in the external, these the type of people who fake confidence. They, in order for them to get confidence, they gotta buy some shoes. They can't just be, if you give their ass some Aces or some New Balances or things that they not used to, like you throw them in some shoes that they ain't Jordans or Nike or anything. These are the type of people who always in the external. These are the type of people who ain't gonna have no confidence. See, a real confident person can put on anything and still be confident. I mean, I'm not saying they're gonna just throw. I'm not saying a real confident person gonna throw anything on, but what I'm saying is a real confident person gonna rock any type of brand. What if it favors him, and then they gonna be able to even without the brand, they don't even have to have a brand on it. It can just be some a real confident person can wear some Walmart shit and still be confident versus an unconfident person. They gotta buy the most expensive shit just so they can feel confident. If you get what I'm saying. And then they want that. Then again, external people, they want that validation. Like, oh yeah, you got them new shoes. But man, that's another thing. Stop seeking validation from other people who don't even care about you like that. These people don't even care about you. Why are you seeking validation from them? You gotta care about yourself, bruh. Now look, I'm not here to bash nobody. I'm trying to lift everybody up so we can get all into a place of growing and prospering in our lives. But for real though, stop seeking fucking validation from people. Now look, I would make that a video, but that shit too surface. Like I don't like them surface videos. Like I like to go in depth and shit. But me making a video talking about some stop seeking validation, they ain't my type of they ain't how I roll. That's not something I do. I'm just tell you while I'm in the video making another video. Now look, you need to have. Now look, remember, the external and the internal worlds are both important. So you need to have a balance of both the internal reality and the external reality. Now, if you feel stuck in your life, go within, aka the internal. Go internally within yourself to see where you need to go and see what you need to do with your life. If you're buying stuff and feel like you're not going nowhere, go within, so you can see what directions you need to go and what you need to do with your life. If you don't know yourself, then you can't go within. So you got to know yourself before you can go within. Because if you go within, ain't nothing to go to. Because that's like your original space. That's your unique space that's unique to you. If you ain't got your original space, then going within, you can't even get to that step yet. You got to get to know yourself first before you can go within. Now, because in order to go within, you got to know yourself. And yourself, your real soul, genuine self is within. So you got to know yourself. And once you know yourself, then you can go within and get guidance and answers from your own self to see what you need to do with your life. Now, look, the people with the internal world be needing. What did I put? What the fuck is this shit, dude? What the fuck was it? Be needing and know how to use the external. Oh yeah. So the people who got more of the in the internal world, they be knowing how to. When you got a good grip on your internal world, you know how to use the external world to your advantage, and to get where you want to go in your life. Cause if you the type of person and you ain't really got much or some shit like that, that don't mean you can't use the external world to your advantage. But you gotta know how to. Once you know how the internal world work, then you already got power. And once you got power within yourself and within the internal world, then that's when it's gonna start playing out. Where it don't matter how much money you got or this, that, and the third, you gonna have personal power, cause you got real, genuine internal power that can't be taken away from you. Cause you understand yourself and you understand the internal world, and when you understand the internal world, you start to understand the external world. See, this I'm finna make another video about the school shit. See, this school that we going schooling and things like that. We not gonna learn anything. And the reason why most people forget what they learned in school, because you supposed to learn within, and then you with the knowledge you know within, you gonna see how it plays out on the external. You don't just go out and go learn on the external, because when you go learn on the external, especially when most of the information is not even catering to our own paths and soul and things like that, it's gonna fall out of our ears and shit. So the real school and knowledge is within us. And when you trying to, now I'm not saying you shouldn't read books and things like that. I'm not saying that, but what I am saying is that the real knowledge is within, and it comes from the heart and the soul, and then it starts being on the external. It don't go for the, when you start off on the external and then you go and trying to go back, it's like it's backwards. See, I hope you get what I'm saying. Like, the real way you're supposed to learn and things like that and get where you need to go is you have to go within, and then you go without. You don't go without and then you can, but it's bro, I hope you, if you going without, if you getting the knowledge on the outside, then it has to be about you. It can't be about nothing else that ain't catering to you. So say for example, you a person, and you attracted to a shark, and you just looking at a shark. Okay, the shark is on the external realm of reality. Now, when you start to go deeper, you go within, then that's when you start to realize, okay, in the past life I was a shark. Now that's an example of using the external reality and apply it to the internal. Cause your soul was drawn to the shark. Cause every time you seen a shark at an aquarium or in a magazine, you always was staring at it and shit. Then you find out later on, okay, internally in my past lives and things like that, okay, I was a shark. Now when we looking at all this other information and shit like that, and it ain't helping us get nowhere and things like that, and it's just garbage information that's not even important, and it's not even, we can't even use this type of information to apply to our internal worlds. Then why are we learning this shit? Why are we learning all this unnecessary stuff? Now look, I'm going into a whole nother video, but look, bear with me. Now look, for example, when you taking the internal world, okay, you looking at your internal world, and you like, all right, I need to do this, that, and the third. Okay, my soul want me to do this, and I should do this next. And then you looking in your internal world so you can apply it, so you can go to the outside world and things like that. Now, if you're a person and you listen to your internal world, and you listen, and then you around a lot of people who always listen to the outside world and outside influences, then you may come across as weird or something. Or when you may have ideals to do things, but nobody else, everybody else in the external world saying, no, we can't do these things because they not on the external world. We have to follow what's on the external world. See, people who always trying to follow what's on the external world don't have no imagination. They lack creativity. They lack the ability to generate an ideal for themselves and for their own life. And the people who in the internal world, they have more, who are more in tune to the internal world. They have more of an imagination, and things like that. And then all they got to do is just step into the yang, the masculinity, and just apply that imagination to the external reality. And then you get what I'm trying to say. Look, I hope y'all, I feel like I was bouncing around and shit, but I hope you get what I'm saying in this shit.